Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face while you're sleeping. There are many dog owners and dog lovers around the world that wish they knew what man's best friend got up to while they're away. Well, we can now answer that for you as we run down our countdown of 10 things dogs do when home alone, caught on camera. Keep watching for some adorable and funny clips. Number 10. The Bored Huskies. Now, many of these videos give us an insight into canine behavior, and our clip at number 10 in the countdown is no different. When humans are bored, we often wander around the house looking for food or ways to entertain ourselves, and it seems that this lovable husky is no different. The clip begins with the husky sniffing around the room and finding some of its owner's DVDs, which, naturally, it tries to have a nibble on, and very quickly discovers that they aren't too tasty. Next thing to do? Break the rules! And what a better way for the dog to do this than to jump on the sofa and play with the cushions, a forbidden planet for many dogs. However, a wise older husky appears on the screen and seems to try and deter the younger one from misbehaving. Perhaps it's aware of the consequences. Instead, it begins play fighting and pawing the younger one to keep him entertained. There really is nothing like brotherly love. Number 9. When the human's away, the dog will play. Speaking of off-limits areas in the home, where else is a dog usually not allowed as well as the sofa? The bed, of course. Although there are some dog lovers that love nothing more than cuddling up to their fluffy best friend, many dogs have to follow the no dogs in the bed rule. Our video at number 9 shows that dogs might not follow the rules perfectly when their owners turn their back. Within seconds of this owner disappearing, the dog bounds towards the bed, taking full advantage of this moment by rolling around on it and moving all over every corner. You will, however, notice that the fluffy cat in the corner of the screen, who is also on the bed, is not very pleased with his new duvet mate, especially when it comes over for a cuddle. It's a big dog and a pretty small cat. We don't fancy the cat's chances. Number 8. The Lonely Pup. This adorable, white, fluffy, teacup-sized puppy looks really lonely in this giant black cage. While you might initially think that our number 8 video is quite cruel, there's a story behind it. This pup was rescued pretty recently, and the adopters quickly realized that it has some pretty intense separation anxiety. They try to comfort the puppy as much as possible, but at some points, they have to leave the house, leaving it alone. The reason for the cage? The separation anxiety leads to the dog lashing out and destroying everything around it due to its anxiety, so it has to go into a cage, where it's safe and won't ruin the entire house. The puppy, however, isn't ready for logical thinking and is unhappy to be left, so begins to cry and whimper. How heartbreaking. Its anxiety can be seen by it pacing up and down the cage, trying to find a way out. But the dog's energy levels don't last long, and it quickly gives up and goes for a nap instead. All's well that ends well. Number 7. Howling for you. Separation anxiety seems to be a common theme for dogs caught on camera when their owners are aware. This adorable little mutt, perched on the side of the sofa, is clearly suffering from the same issue, as you can see that the camera documents its behavior a mere 12 minutes after its owners left the house. You can see the dog is dramatically crying and howling loudly into the air as it realized it's been left all alone. But crying and howling is exhausting work, so the dog quickly calms down and relaxes while waiting for its beloved owner to return. Number 6. The Crooner. Number 6 might just be our cutest dog yet. The chocolate-colored furball is first recorded on camera when the owner leaves his apartment. The dog is right next to the door and sees his owner leave without him. What is it with dogs and separation? The dog becomes confused and doesn't realize where its owner has gone, so begins to pace around the room. Now, this is where the dog is either clever or lucky. It stumbles upon the camera, which is recording, and begins to sniff and play around with it. Does the dog know that the owner can watch him and is therefore trying to get his attention? Or did it just stumble upon this foreign object? We'll never know. The dog does begin crying and singing to the camera, and soon the owner re-enters the room, much to the little guy's delight. Number 5. Mischievous mutts. For number 5, we're bringing you a video with not 1, not 2, but 3 dogs misbehaving when their owner's away. The owners of the dogs were fed up returning to their home and finding things broken or knocked over. So, they set up a secret camera to find out which of the 3 cute but mischievous canines was the culprit. At first, the dogs were acting natural and not drawing attention to themselves by walking around the room and peeping out the window for their owners. But soon, after the well-behaved mask begins to slip, the white dog jumps up and puts his dirty paws all over the countertop. The dog tries to create a cover-up by disposing of evidence and pushing the camera, but it was too late. He was caught red-pawed. Number 4. Death to the curtains. It's a well-known fact that some dogs just have a little destructive side that can lead to their owner's house looking utterly destroyed in a matter of minutes. Our example at number 4 in our countdown proves this, as we see the dog having a disagreement with the blinds on the door. We think the dog won here. The dog then tries to escape out the room by clawing and scratching at it, but this attempt quickly fails. Thank goodness, or the owner would have had a full house that needed cleaning. Not satisfied with the destruction they've already left behind, the blinds on the window of the room get the same fate and end up totally ruined. Number 3. On guard duty. When we think about the best breeds of dog for guarding and protecting, some specific types spring to mind from watching spy TV shows and police dogs. The German Shepherd is one of the elite dogs that's perfect for this role. In this video, the dog has a small GoPro camera attached to his neck, and from the footage, it's clear to see that it spends its whole day protecting the house and waiting for its owners to come home. What a well-behaved pup! The dog checks the doors and windows and keeps watch of the surroundings, and of course, takes the occasional nap. The reward for being such a well-behaved dog? Its loving owners coming back at the end of the day. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it on over to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. Now, while this picture is very funny, and you can clearly see each dog's personality, it has clearly been set up by their human owners. Dogs may be clever, but they're not clever enough to neatly organize a poker game with cards and chips while dressing up in a hat and sunglasses and drinking beer. Wouldn't it be hilarious if you left the house and came back to find this? So, at number 2, we thought we'd give you another funny video of what dogs really get up to for fun when humans turn their back. Number 2. Make your own fun. What is more fun than a burst cushion with stuffing flying all over the room? This bored dog found its own entertainment in the decor of its home and decided to play with and rip open the cushion, creating quite a mess. Number 1. Bop to the top. So, finally, we reach the end of our countdown, and we can safely confirm that dogs do the craziest things when we humans are not looking. At the top of our list today, we have some energetic opportunists. These dogs are not the type to cry or whine when their owner walks out the door. Instead, they see it as an opportunity to act without supervision. The dogs in this clip clearly knew exactly where their favorite treats and snacks are kept, and they decided to take a run and climb at it. Now, sensibly, the owner puts these delights on a high counter so the dogs can't get at them. Or so they thought. These clever canines got over this hurdle by creating stairs for themselves out of the drawers below. This means they were able to hop into the first drawer, onto the one above, and so on, until they reached their idea of food heaven. Well, if they worked this hard for it, they probably deserve some kind of reward, right? Well, that concludes our list of the 10 things dogs do when caught on camera. Let us know which one was your favorite, and if your dogs have done anything like this. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell icon.